I will make my comments before handing it over to Councillor Louis for closing comments. I'm in full support of the motion and the application before Council recommendations for the Heather Place rezoning for many of the reasons already stated around Council. I won't repeat them, but the need for social housing is paramount. We've seen really tough numbers on the homeless count in March. We continue to see extraordinary pressure on our social housing stock, and there's no question we need to, wherever we can, ensure that social housing and more affordable rental housing are available in Vancouver. This project answers the bell in many respects without provincial and federal funding at the table, which continues to be a challenge to land. So I give full thanks to Metro Housing, to Don and the team for their leadership and believing that there could be a transformation of this site to provide much needed affordable and social housing and at the same time work in a difficult context. I just appreciate the work done at the board level, but by all the staff involved at Metro and City of Vancouver to make this possible. Certainly critical housing for those who currently live there and need to be in much healthier living environment. And certainly the new supply of housing is really important for our city. I appreciate the concerns raised in the neighborhood, and some on site. Certainly there were a few concerns raised, but most of those were specific to the current arrangement and the challenges with those buildings falling apart. I think we heard overwhelming support from residents at Heather Place for this change and the new project. I live nearby and traveled through along Heather, along 13th and 14th on a very regular basis, pretty well daily basis for a number of years. And I agree with a number of the residents who expressed concerns around traffic. It is a real challenge in that site. I don't underestimate the work that our transportation engineers will have to do to make all this work so that the flow of cars and bikes and pedestrians is safe and the parking is workable. It continues to be a challenge in the area around there, but that Heather and 13th, 14th combo is a tricky one, and it'll need some extra attention to make sure that it all works with more people living in that site. So that's going to need some ongoing care and attention. I do believe, as others have said, there's change in that neighborhood. I would love to see that continue to be a mixed neighborhood, from buildings like this to single-family homes, and finding that delicate balance and the way that these different types of buildings, these different forms, work with each other rather than not, I think is going to be a challenge. I think in this case, a lot of attention was paid to that, and it looks good, and I think it has every chance to succeed. But we'll have to be really careful with further density that we add into that specific area between 16th and 12th west of Cambie. It's got a great mix, and it's a very dynamic neighborhood, but it is has been facing a lot of growth pressure and has lots of traffic and of all types, and we'll need to continue to pay attention to that as we consider further changes in the neighborhood. I think this is probably the last one of this magnitude, and it's a very unique opportunity to ensure that the social housing and affordable rental are made available on public land. And I think we need to take this opportunity. And that said, we need to carefully consider further changes, and certainly at this scale, it's hard to envision that happening anywhere in the range of that neighborhood in the near term. So a big thanks again to everyone, and for the community, and a lot of people were involved over a number of years now to make this the best possible project, and that's good to see. I think it went through a rigorous test at every step, and appreciate all the work to make it the best possible project. Certainly compromises have to be made all around to make it real, but appreciate all of the commitment, dedication to deliver a great project going forward. So thanks, everyone.